Hello, listeners, and welcome to episode 104 of Pony 411. This is the week of May 24th. I'm Nemesis, and joining me, of course, is Alca7raz.
Sup?
Yeah, it's been kind of an uneventful week for me for the most part.
Same here. I think this is the calm before
Yeah,
the
I went to the
storm.
dentist, and you get some good news there, but whatever.
Yeah.
I also
Next
got
week
a
will be interesting.
business card, which I have to look into, but whatever. That'll be interesting if that
If
pans
that
out.
happens, yes.
But yeah, we have, of course, a new episode of Ponies to talk about. We have a decent amount of news. We have a comic, and I got some fanfics.
Yep.
So, let's jump right in. To follow along with the news, go to pony411.libsyn.com/show notes. And remember, that is LIBSYN. So, in convention news, Winnie City PonyCon has announced John Delancey.
He's going to a lot of conventions again.
Yes. And they need to get a proper news thing, because when I tried to click to, the news, it just took me to the guest page.
Huh.
Everfree Northwest has released a little animated promo for their con, about a week beforehand.
A week before.
Yes, it's next week. Or I guess this coming weekend.
Yes.
And San Diego Comic-Con is almost here. And it's once again getting a Pony MLP panel.
Hooray.
It's at 10:30 Pacific Daylight Time on Friday, July 10th.
So yeah, hopefully we'll get a whole bunch of
Mm-hmm.
cool tidbits out of that one.
Yeah, we'll probably get a little bit about the rest of season 5, friendship games, maybe something about the movie in 2017. It's a kind of a long shot, probably. We probably won't see anything real substantial till at least 2016. And maybe even if that schedule was right, maybe something about season 6.
Maybe. We shall see.
Yeah. In fandom news, the Overmare Studios is having a quest contest for their Fallout Equestria game. Well, help make a quest, basically.
Yay.
They also... The Wasteland Whalers, their little in-house band, has done a song with, I think it's Anneli Heed, the Swedish voice of
Swedish voice of Spitfire.
It's okay.
Haven't listened to it yet. But
Yeah, it won't actually be in the game, though, just because of legal mumbo-jumbo.
yeah.
But,
Hey,
it's a thing that happened.
it's neat.
And I guess sadder fandom news, Cinema Equestria has received a cease and desist from Hasbro. This is one of the places to go to watch the new episodes live, among other things, but you can't do that part anymore. They're still doing things. But
Yeah, they're still doing things, but they will not air any Hasbro stuff. They
no
doing
official
all
Pony,
Hasbro.
or Pony in particular, but that's what
Pony
they're
in
doing.
particular, but I think they, just to be on the safe side, said no Hasbro at all.
No official stuff
Yeah.
anymore, so no more. They're not going to show episodes live anymore. I'm wondering if the other fandom streaming sites are going to go down the same road, because it makes sense. It's going to be more and more difficult to watch the episodes live. We'll just say that. In merchandise news, a Dr. Who's Diamond Select Bank is now available for pre-order.
We should get you one.
No, I will throw it in your face, literally.
You probably would.
And I will hope it hurts.
I'll catch it.
No, you won't. The Coco Palmel and Pinkie Pie fashion style figures have been listed on Amazon, so if you've been looking for a Coco Palmel, this is one of the big ones, I believe. The fashion styles are the big ones.
Yeah. People really like Coco, so I expect those to go.
Yes. Starlight Glimmer and Fluttershy Ribbon Hair brushables have also been found on Amazon. Well, there she is. Starlight Glimmer is getting her figure out close
It's rather
soon.
quickly.
Yeah. Although we did see her at the not the Toy Fair.
Yeah, that's right.
Although it's kind of funny, she's in the Cutie Mark Magic packaging, so that's just, yeah. She does Cutie Mark Magic, technically.
Technically, it does fit. Just a little bit interesting. Not quite the right line. But.
Yes. Some MLP gumball machines have appeared in Fairplay stores in Chicago, and so far, it's the only place they've been spotted.
Dang.
So I guess if you're going to the Winnie City Pony Con or whatever,
Yeah.
so far, they'll probably show up eventually elsewhere. Because unless it's a local thing, which is odd, but...
Would be odd, but hey.
Okay. There are Equestria Girls edible cake toppers on Amazon. And I can't really say much more than that, other than why does Sunset only get one and, Adagio get two? Whatever. They're apparently, last I checked, they are not actually being sold yet, but they're listed. So I guess if you want Equestria Girls cake toppers that you can eat...
If you want to eat Adagio, I guess.
We won't expand on that phrase. Anyway, that official remix album that showed up over a year ago now has a release date and a track listing. It's coming out on June 23rd, and it's an actual physical release, not digital.
I'll have to get that.
Indeed. Let's see. The track listing, most of the songs, it's all remixes of known songs. Although one of them is called Fluttershy Song. I'm wondering if that's the one where she fell out of the clouds or something. Because people are like, what's that?
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if that's the one where she fell out of the clouds in Cutie Mark Chronicles.
Yeah, that's we call it So Many Wonders.
Yeah.
I believe.
But I believe every other song there is indeed a known song from the show. Yes. So it'll be interesting to hear what that is. How that is. But, yeah, coming soon. Less than a month now.
Yay.
And final piece of merchandise news. 4DE, well, just today, actually, put up pre-orders for both versions of Princess Twilight.
Yep.
That's neat.
Get your pre-orders in.
Yes, get your pre-orders in.
Someone is excited.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Are you excited?
Oh, yes. That's it. In comic book news, issue number 33 of Friendship is Magic has been revealed. It is Night of the Living Apples Part 2. And the synopsis reads, the bad apples rule is now law in Ponyville. The only hope lies with Flutterbat.
Interesting.
What's going on?
I have no idea. There's some important information that we need from
Part 1.
Issue 32.
Yes. Well, something crazy.
Something's happening.
Flutterbat's coming back, I guess.
I guess.
Friends Forever 19 has also been announced. This synopsis is, Rarity has a genius idea to expand the cake's business. However, Rarity's big dreams may overtake the cake's sanity before the new venture can even get off the ground. So it's another Rarity and unexpected pairing, I guess. The cakes.
The cakes. Sanity's overrated.
In Friendship is Magic news, the MLP Facebook page is taking questions for Brian Leonard, Megan McCarthy, and Jason Thiessen in celebration of its 100th episode.
Neat.
So ask them questions, but
yeah.
Be particular about what kind of questions you ask. There's certain questions they will not answer. They know there's certain questions they would prefer not to answer.
Yeah,
there's some questions that they've been asked a million times already, so please, we don't need them to answer it again.
Yes. Don't waste your time with questions that we already know.
Exactly. Speaking of the 100th episode, though, it, along with 2 others, has received its title and synopsis officially. Spoilers.
Ah, yes.
The 100th episode is called Slice of Life. And synopsis is, as Twilight Sparkle, Fluttershy, Applejack, Rainbow Dash, Pinkie Pie, and Rarity battle a monster, the rest of Ponyville rushes to make it to a wedding on time.
Yes.
So this is why the main 6 don't appear, because they're elsewhere.
They're elsewhere. Yes.
I wonder if we're getting an episode about the fighting the monster.
Yeah. We do know.
Yeah, who the wedding is.
Who the wedding
it's Matilda
is.
and Cranky Doodle.
Yep.
So everyone got, no,
yeah.
It's not them.
And Iki.
It's not Lyra and Bonbon.
It's not Lyra and Bonbon, no.
It's pretty straightforward one, but it'll still be interesting to see how this pans out, I think.
Will definitely
this is the episode that's either going to be amazing or horrible, I think. I don't think there's going to be really an in-between. We'll find out in a couple weeks, though.
We will. It's coming up
anyway,
soon.
Episode 10, the one after this, written by Neil Ducedo. I do not know how to pronounce that. I'm so sorry.
That either.
It's called Princess Spike, and its synopsis reads, when Spike is put in charge of making sure nothing disturbs Princess Twilight, the power soon goes to his head and he begins making decisions in her name. I don't think Twilight's going to be pleased with that. Especially since Spike is a little kid and he's going to make some pretty bad decisions.
I don't think anything could possibly go wrong. Not at all. Spike will do just fine.
Ponyville's going to be on fire by the end of this episode. I just know it.
The Great Ponyville Fire.
Again? Yeah. Finally, episode 11, written by Nick Confalone, and I'm pretty sure that's closer to correct than whatever the heck I said last one, is called Party Pooped, and the synopsis is, when an important friendship summit takes a disastrous turn, it's up to Pinkie Pie's party to save the day.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Friendship summit?
Mm-hmm. What that's about.
Probably something of Twilight's creation, because, Princess of Friendship.
Watch Sunset shows up.
That's why it takes a disastrous turn.
No, that won't be disastrous.
That would be disastrous. Obviously, something bad happens.
Oh, Flash shows up then. That is disastrous. So, yes, those are the next 3 episodes.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Those titles essentially confirmed a leaked episode list from last month.
Yep.
I mean, we knew about it. I'm pretty sure most people knew about it. We knew about it. We decided not to talk about it just because it's another 4chan rumor. Those tend to be like 90% garbage.
Yeah.
But anyway, barring any last-second changes, we pretty much have the list of episode titles for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
No synopses or anything, and we can only guess vague stuff based on some of the titles.
Some of them are obvious puns, which mean there's very little to do with the
So yes,
episode,
I guess minor spoilers. We should have already said that before.
Probably should have said that before the synopsis.
You probably already figured that out and bailed out what we were saying. But the remaining episode titles are Amending Fences, Do Princesses Dream of Magic Sheep, Canterlot Boutique, Scaremaster, Rarity Investigates, Made in Manhattan, Brother Who's Social, Crusaders of the Lost Mark, The One Where Pinkie Pie Knows, Heartbreakers, What About Discord, The Who Fields and McColts, The Main Attraction, and The Cutie Remarks Parts 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Some of those, I think we already kind of can guess what they're going to be, like Two Princesses Dream of Magic Sheep. We already know that apparently Luna is supposed to have a nightmare episode or something. That's probably that.
That's probably it. Does this mean that Luna is an android? If you're going to use that title.
No. Yes, it's a reference to that, but it's an android. You're reaching too hard. What About Discord obviously is going to have Discord in it.
Nah, no, it won't.
The one where Pinkie Pie Knows, that's probably DM Barrow's episode. Because she's written Pinkie episode.
Yeah.
That would not surprise me. That's her episode. Made in Manhattan, Coco Palmel probably.
Possibly.
Let's see, where is it? Rarity Investigates is Rarity episode.
No.
I'm not sure what it's about, but Rarity's investigating something.
Probably, Canterlot Boutique is also going to be a Rarity episode.
Crusaders of the Lost Mark, that's a Crusader episode. Obviously, also a parody of Indiana Jones.
So we're probably going to see Daring Do return?
Maybe. That would be interesting if that happens. Brother Who's Social, that's an odd one. That's one of the ones that made people think this is a fake list, because it's like...
Yeah, we had the...
What is that exactly?
Social.
I'm not sure what it is. No one knows what it is. It could be a lot of things. One idea I had was it could be about is Big Mac and Shining Armor possibly meeting each other or something.
Possibly.
I mean, maybe Applejack and Twilight start talking about their older brothers and possibly get an argument who has a better older brother.
Oh boy. That'll be...
And the other brother, the brother's just like, hey.
What's up? My brother's better than your brother. So like dad arguments.
The main attraction is like, what's that going to be?
I have no clue. Well, we did have some of the trading cards supposedly revealing characters coming back. So that's interesting.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Maybe, isn't Fleetfoot supposed to have a crush on someone?
Was that one of
Fleetfoot's all serious business when it comes to the Wonderbolts, but those closest to her know she's just she's a great friend, and that she has a crush on somebody in Bunnyville.
Maybe that is the episode. We can only speculate so much based off the titles alone. There's some stuff it's obvious. We can infer from the titles, but there's only so far you can go.
Yeah.
And some of it requires other information to be able to form a picture. But yeah, that's the news, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess season 5, I don't know. I don't know what these are going to be about, all of them, but...
It's interesting.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I should mention all the ones we have the synopses for. They already also have the air dates, and so far, no breaks between...
So far.
So those 3 episodes will air without a break, unlike
Yay.
why we have breaks, multiple breaks within a month. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yes, we had an episode.
We did.
This one was The Lost Treasure of Griffonstone, which was kind of looked forward to by a lot of people for pretty obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But in this episode, as a quick summarization, I hope it's quick.
Hope it's quick. Don't ramble too much.
Yeah. It starts off Pinkie's baking cake and stuff with Gummy, and then her cutie mark starts doing a weird little glowing vibrating thing from the first episode. And so, it's the cutie map. So she goes off and she goes to the castle. Oh, hey, she's called to Griffonstone. And Twilight's talking to her about it, and it's only Pinkie and Dash apparently. And Twilight's a little upset about this because she really wants to see this place because it's supposed to be amazing. Anyway, she tells them about this, and they talk about it, and then Pinkie and Dash go off, and it's their long journey to this apparently amazing place. And they get there, and it's a dump.
Yeah.
And the Griffins all seem a little angry.
Well, just a little.
Or just grumpy, I guess. Not necessarily angry.
Yeah.
But... And they're not willing to do anything unless you pay them. They're very, very, very...
Very particular about that.
Yeah, they really like those bits, apparently. And they run into a very particular griffin.
Yep.
Gilda's back.
Yep.
Anyway, apparently every griffin there is not exactly happy. Dash gets the idea, hey, we should find this chalice that apparently made the Griffin Nation prosperous. And so she goes off to go find it. And Pinky sticks around with Gilda and starts to realize that, well, maybe there's a different way to do things. And Dash gets trapped in the canyon after the rope snaps, because that's where the chalice is, because it's a big old canyon where the chalice is supposed to be, because it was stolen years ago. She tries to go down, the rope snaps, she gets left because she doesn't have the bits to pay for more help.
Yeah.
So she's trapped down there. Pinky finds out about it, so goes to get help from Gilda, who doesn't want to because they're not friends. But Pinky helps remind Gilda of the good times.
The good times.
And Gilda goes to help, even though it doesn't mean we're friends anymore. But they could say, so they actually do find the little goblet thing. But it's a choice. Goblet, save the ponies. Save the ponies, save the goblet. Gilda chooses to save the ponies. Goblet, no. Ponies. And they kind of reconnect. And then Gilda kind of winds up trying to, I guess, build friendships with the other griffins, even though it's going to be very slow, hard going. And I guess, and then they promise to visit again, but that's pretty much more or less how it ends.
More or less.
Yeah. So that's a quick summarization. Leaves out some things so we can actually talk about them. So overall, I actually thought this was actually a pretty interesting episode. It's a pretty interesting Dash episode. It's not as good as Tanks for the Memories, I don't think. But it's still nice. It's nice to see Gilda come back. They didn't. The way they handled her, I guess, not necessarily redemption. It's kind of puts her in a signs her like villain status. Even if she wasn't really a villain, she's just kind of a jerk. She
wasn't really a villain,
but she, I guess, becoming less of a jerk.
Yeah.
The way they handled it was pretty interesting, I think, overall. But so, yeah, I pretty much enjoyed it.
Yeah. I thought I'll pretty much echo your statements there. It was really good. I enjoyed it. It wasn't as good as Tanks for the Memories when it comes to Dash episodes, obviously. But it was pretty interesting. It wasn't... There was a few things I was worried about that they do with being a Pinky and Dash. I was afraid it would get a little bit over the top annoying, but it wasn't. So, good things there.
Yes. Pinky worked out pretty well in this episode, I think.
Yeah, she did. She wasn't, like I said, over the top annoying. Yeah.
The bit of the baking in the beginning was actually funny, just because
it was
her and Gummy. She was told Gummy to take care of the baking because apparently it's like a 15-hour baking process or something crazy like that.
Multi-layer cake and that sort of thing.
And she only got one done before she had to go. So she tells Gummy to take care of the rest.
Gummy was the best part of that beginning.
Gives him a whisk and walks off, and
he slowly falls on his face.
Yep. Just Gummy standing there.
Just Gummy.
Occasionally licking, Gummy. I guess, ingredients.
Off her face.
Yes, off his face, off her face. But yeah, it's Gummy
being Gummy.
Goofy. Yeah, it was interesting to see Gilda come back, though. I mean, a lot of people are like, you cannot have a Griffin episode without Gilda coming back.
Or at least a mention of Gilda.
And she was mentioned pretty quickly, so...
Right off the bat.
It's like, yeah, Gilda's showing up.
Yeah.
If they're mentioning her specifically, Gilda's showing up. And surprise, she showed up.
Yeah, like I said, I do like how they handled it. They didn't just go, oh, you're redeemed, or oh, you're going to say a jerk. But they started the process. They didn't fully redeem her, but they pushed her in the right direction and started the process.
Oh, what to do?
It's like, no one does. That's kind of the thing.
Kind of make it up as you go along.
Yeah, it's sort of how it worked.
They did also kind of make fun of themselves a little bit.
Yes,
about the whole friendship thing.
Yeah,
in general.
Pinky talking about how it's all about friendship and Dash.
That really was sappy.
Probably the sappiest thing.
That's really sappy.
Yeah, I did. That was funny how they lampshaded that.
Yeah, I did. I also liked the old Griffin.
Oh,
there's the old Griffin who told the story after they paid him.
After you pay him, of course.
But yeah, he just was talking about how prosperous things used to be until the goblet was stolen by some monster. I don't remember the name, what they called it, but it was some centaur goat thing.
Yeah.
Not centaur. Wow. Cyclops, that's the right word.
Yeah.
Cyclops
with the hypnotoad eyes.
Yeah, there's a Cyclops goat thing, whatever. He stole the goblin and fell down that canyon. Yep. So the goblet's been lost, and apparently...
Which was funny because it was sort of a half reference to the Balrog scene.
Maybe.
The whole... he crossed a small bridge across a
well, there was no one standing there saying, you shall not pass.
And took out, and he felt... Yeah, it was pretty much the whole...
But there's no you shall not pass.
I know, but it had everything... Like I said, it's a half reference.
If you say so.
I did just say so.
I'm going to dismiss you right now.
No, you're not.
Oh, one thing I'm going to bring up before he can is on the train, Dash at one point was imitating Twilight and actually had her hairstyle for a bit.
Dash makes the best Twilight.
No, that's the worst version of Twilight, period.
Oh, it's gross. That was hilarious. Surprising, though.
Also, speaking of Twilight, I did like how she acted. Like, she really loved, she read about this place and it sounds amazing, so she really wants to see it. And so when she wasn't the one who's called, she's kind of acting like, yeah, just go on. I didn't want to go anyway.
I didn't want to go anyway.
Kind of, I'll just do princessy things.
Yeah, that was funny.
A little upset just because, well.
Just a little.
Although, she probably would have been more upset if she actually did go. So I guess she dodged that bullet.
Yeah, seeing that library in that state.
God.
Oh, she would have had an aneurysm.
She would have murdered someone. Who did this? Angry librarian mode activate.
Yeah. What were we saying? What was it
scared.
Last week about angry librarians?
Dash, I'm scared. Hold me. That was... And she even had a little bit of a voiceover thing when they were...
Yeah, the guidebook that she wrote.
Yeah, she wrote a whole book on... Because, like, these are the things you need to go see, which apparently either don't exist or are in decayed state.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Alas.
There was... Yeah, Gilda apparently was selling these scones. The Griffin scones, apparently, they're famous for.
Griffin scones from Griffonstone.
Exactly. Scones from stones. But apparently they kind of sucked.
Yeah.
And Pinky had the great idea. Add some baking powder.
That was also... It's just missing one ingredient. Don't tell me. It's friendship.
Yes.
No, it's baking soda. Or baking powder. One of the two. See?
And, hey, that actually worked.
Yeah.
They actually are now edible.
Yeah, and apparently really good.
Because Pinky ate one of the earlier ones and broke her teeth.
Which, I always get powder and soda mixed up. But yes, that's what happens. It turns into flat rocks if you don't add it.
Yep. That was... And she also did some weird commercial thing. With
at the very end, it was just like almost... It was,
what?
I will say, to be frank, I think that weird commercial scene didn't belong. I don't think it added anything to the episode. It was just kind of out of place, really.
It's kind of funny, though.
It was a little funny, but I mean, it was
a lot of the jokes are like that. You just get these random what?
I think that was a little bit more so.
I just can imagine Dash like, whatever.
This again. Which she has done multiple times.
There was, what was it I was thinking of? Oh, the different art style for the history of Griffin, both when Twilight was telling it and when the old Griffin was telling it, just the different art style there. Well, that was pretty neat.
I think... What was it that was said? I don't remember if it was in just the ancient book.
Mm-hmm.
The illustrations were done by Rebecca Dart.
Yeah.
So
I'd suspect the other ones were done too.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. It was really neat to see all that. It was interesting to get some of the backstory.
Yeah, world building and stuff.
World building is something that if you remember from one of our earlier episodes, we talked about things we want. World building was one of the big ones. And
here you go, we got
to see it. Yeah.
And that's it for the rest of the season.
Oh.
I do find it interesting that Twilight, the way Twilight phrased this, was she said this one of the something about this the best kingdoms in Equestria.
Yes, that was something I was wondering. It's like, is this in Equestria?
It's one of those.
What is the balance of Equestria?
Now we get that. I think we brought that. I think that was something in one of the comics actually. Now it's like, okay, what is Equestria? Is it a country? Is it the name of the planet? Because they in the first season they said the magical land of Equestria. So it's like.
Yeah, and they found the new land and called it Equestria.
Yeah, so now it's like...
That sounds like a nation, except this sounds like, how do you have multiple nations within a country? I mean...
Is this one of those weird Britain-Canada things?
Yeah, I don't know. Is it like the Equestria... Well, we also have the Crystal Empire.
Yeah.
Is that part of Equestria?
It seems to be, because they have an equestrian princess in charge.
Yeah.
So it seems... So, it's confusing. I don't know.
I don't know.
But I do know it did, I know a lot of people have tried to write about the Griffins and stuff, and this seems to kind of, it seems to agree with some of the fanon stuff and seems to kind of break a couple of fanon things.
Yeah, it's interesting. If you look at the map, it looks almost like the Griffin area is on a different continent.
Yeah. So,
but they took a train.
I don't know. Maybe
Which
it was part of Equestria
do,
at one point. Maybe they joined part of some weird equestrian union thing.
Maybe, I don't know. Like
Who
the
knows?
European
Maybe, yeah.
Union kind of a deal. I don't know.
But like I've seen some fanfics like one was like Gilda's a princess or something, or part of the royalty of the Griffins. I've seen that multiple times.
Yeah.
Obviously not the case.
Yeah.
Obviously. They don't even as I said, they don't even have a king anymore.
Because after
the Goblet Stone, like,
stole, no one else
care.
wanted to be king. Yeah.
Then there was a lot of people have kind of theorized there might be multiple Griffin kingdoms, and seems like that is not the case.
Yeah.
That seems to be the case. It's just kind of a dump on the top of a mountain
with a tree,
with an old
with nests,
rotting out tree,
nests and like birdhouse type things.
Birds.
That was kind of funny.
Bird. Oh, and one of the flashbacks we have to mention
the major
flashback to the Flight Academy, and we see young Griffin,
junior
Gilda.
speedsters.
Yep, the young Gilda, who apparently is shy and nervous.
Yeah.
So Gilda wasn't always a jerk. She became one.
Yep.
Wonder what turned her into a jerk.
Yeah. Well,
Cue the fanfics.
She got to junior speedsters and she wasn't a jerk.
She was a nervous, shy little, I guess, chick.
Chick. Chick, yeah. Sort of. Yeah,
chick
whatever.
Cub chick.
Cub chick. It's weird.
Griffins.
What can you do?
Mythical.
But yeah, something happened.
Something happened. We don't know. Maybe we'll find out at some point. Maybe in season 6.
Maybe.
Anyway, or maybe it's just fanfic fodder. Go have fun.
Canon fodder.
Fanfic fodder though. But yeah, that was kind of. Oh yeah, it was obviously pre Cutie Mark for Dash.
Oh yeah.
So it means pre Sonic Boom, Rain Boom. I'm just wondering because it's like, I wonder what happened to make her kind of such a is it
something happened during? I don't think it happened during the Junior Speedsters because there's a long span of time between that and when we see her for the first time.
Yeah, we saw her. We see them sing the Junior Speedsters song, but the first time we ever sing it, girl is like, that song is so lame.
Yep, but they're very enthusiastic when they first sung it.
So something's changed. Don't know what though. That's why I said fanfic fodder, because people are gonna eat that stuff up for.
Oh yes, they will.
And reading about. And then we'll one day be all destroyed.
Yep.
And I will laugh. So yeah, very interesting episode overall.
Yep. Quite interesting.
Nice little gags and stuff. Some Pinky wasn't annoying. Dash wasn't annoying. Gilda wasn't annoying. I think that's one of the things that people are going to be a bit divided about how Gilda was treated. Because some people just are like, I don't want to see her redeemed. I want her to be a jerk. And other people are like, some people are like, I don't want the Gilda episode. I hate Gilda.
Yeah, I don't.
Because, part of it's just the good old, she made Fluttershy cry.
Oh boy. Yes.
Whatever. But whatever. It's just, so yeah, I think it's going to be a bit divisive about how, they did Gilda in this episode.
Possibly, I think, yeah. Shippers are going to love it, though. They probably already do.
We got the Pinky Dash. We got the Gilda Dash. We now got Gilda Pie, I guess, or whatever.
We have
Pinky and that
Greta. Gilda and Greta.
Yeah.
The other
Griffin
that they met.
There's that statue.
Pinky X statue OTP.
Yeah, that's
weird.
Yes, that's a bit interesting. Also, Pinky did make some good faces in this.
She made a few, yeah.
Yeah. There was she kind of came into the shot and just kind of slid over, and then her eyes just going
later when
opposite directions when she's trying to figure out. It's like, I have to also mention the fact that I'm surprised she didn't mention it at all. It's like, because Dash was all gung ho about finding the goblet. I'm just like, wow, I'm surprised it didn't mention Daring Do at all.
Yeah,
you think because it's like she's acting kind of like her hero, Daring Do.
Yeah, but didn't actually mention it.
Yeah, but it's this case kind of makes it's in line with her character. Head first, acting like an idol of hers, not fully thinking it through. Because also another thing was the cane. It's like, oh hey, I was like, hey, why don't you just fly down there? Oh, wins, severe winds,
which is a little bit weird. At certain points, it's a severe updraft, which meant Gilda couldn't fly down there.
Mm-hmm.
but Dash couldn't get out because it would just, it wasn't that much of a. It was weird. It was side winds and such through against the wall.
If it was an updraft, you just
if it was a massive updraft, you could just kite your way out. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's further down in the cave. It'll change its shape.
Or maybe it's just too rough and it's just
too much turbulence. It was fairly turbulent. It did look
which makes
like
sense. It's a canyon.
Yes.
So, anyway, actually, enjoyable episode overall.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was pretty good.
It was. I think last week's, in my opinion, last week's was a better episode. I think you disagree with it.
I will disagree with it. I will say this is better than last week's.
But yeah, the premiere and Tanks for Memories still are higher up than this one.
Yes.
So yeah, fun. A surprising Dash episode.
Fun.
And I guess I'll hold us over for the next 2 weeks of nothing.
2 weeks. Well, next week we have something else.
We do. No episode.
But no episode for anyone else.
We also have the new comic, issue 30 of the main series. This is the first part of, I guess, a new arc, a 2-part arc, I believe.
At least
and
2.
It's Ponyville Days thing. Basically, it's a celebration of Ponyville's founding and whatnot. Anyway, Twilight's in charge of it, but because of her being a princess, she also has stuff to do in Canterlot, so she just says, Mayor will take care of this thing, so don't worry about it. So anyway, they decide where they're, just gonna have us honoring, the town's first structure, and the apples are like,
that's the farm.
Yeah, and it's also the youngest filly of the family will be the Ponyville Days princess, which will be Apple Bloom.
Yay!
But then, no, wait. Diamond Tiara claims she should be the Ponyville Days princess. Why? Because apparently, according to her and Filthy Rich, technically
their store
was the first building in Ponyville. So then Mayor has no idea how to deal with it. And then the whole town eventually starts arguing about it and all presenting their reasoning, getting angrier and angrier and angrier until eventually devolves into all-out war.
Yeah.
That's the basic summary.
Yeah.
Let's just say, for the last few issues, the main series has kind of been faltering, except for that kind of upswing with the wrestling issue last time.
Yeah.
This one actually is pretty good.
It was.
I'm hopeful for the next issue, because it's a 2-parter. So this was interesting. It was written by Christina Rice and Agnes Garboska. It is very interesting, though. I like the artwork. I like the kind of the dialogue works out. There's a couple fun real references. A nice little 2-page big panel, which looks pretty nice. I won't tell you what's in it because it's a little spoilery.
It's a little bit, yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of interesting just watching this town fall apart again.
Just devolve into conflict. Yeah.
Civil War. This is the plot of Captain America. Obviously. Yeah, I think it's really nice because everyone's kind of pretty much in character, and just you kind of see them just start picking at each other because they're quite certain. No, they're right. No, this is right. No, this is right. And Rarity at first, because Rarity at first deciding with Applejack, and just pointed out that the store that Filthy Rich's ancestor opened up was where the Carousel Boutique is.
Yeah, so Rarity's reasoning for siding with Filthy Rich is because Rarity would get more customers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
there's also a couple nice little references, including more The Big Lebowski.
A lot of that one. It shows up a lot.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about in particular. There's a line in particular. So, overall, I think this is a good first issue of the arc, and I'm really actually looking forward to the next one.
Yep, same here.
So, I'd say go buy it.
Go get it.
Hopefully the second one won't disappoint, because that would really suck if they had a strong first half and a really disappointing second half.
Sort of like that last 4-part arc. It was like, it's going to get good.
Reflections. Oof. Started off strong and just fizzled out.
Yeah.
Oh well. But this one's a 2 issue, so hopefully it won't do that, though.
Yep.
I want to see, because as it stands at the end, things are still pretty bad. Well, because it makes sense, because it has to be continued. Can't resolve everything, and then what do you do with the next one?
Yep.
Yeah. But go spend the $4.
Go get it.
It's a good one.
There's a whole bunch of covers for this one, too, so you can get some fancy ones.
A lot of covers. There's, I believe, 11, actually. And I have to double check.
I don't know.
No, it wasn't 11. Okay.
I didn't actually count them, but I know there's a lot.
9.
9 covers for this one.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely aren't hurting for options.
Yeah.
For some of those, you're going to probably have to spend a little bit more than $4.
Like some of the exclusives.
Retailer incentives in particular tend to be more expensive. But yeah, go check it out.
Go get it.
Anyway, we do have fan content, but not fan music this time.
No, I don't have any songs. I've been the one. Slow week.
Yeah, I've been the one who's been like, I don't got anything new. But this time,
my turn.
Yeah, got some fanfics, including one update and 2 actual new fanfics. More about Time did update. That's the Twilight went to the past and altered the past, and now she's not an alicorn anymore, and Celestia is dead. Anyway, this seems with this update, things are coming close to closing up, wrapping up and ending, unless the author decides to throw in a curveball. But at this point, they seem to be all on board to change it back to the way it's supposed to be. There's a bit of drama around Dash and Soren, just because, they realize that this will destroy their relationship entirely. But yeah.
I'm not too upset about that.
It's pretty obvious, unless the author decides to do something to extend it. It's wrapping up, although apparently Twilight is having a few second thoughts now, just because she's seeing how happy her friends are. So it's one of those. Of course, we've been seeing that for a while, but her friends are pretty happy, so she's not entirely certain if she actually wants to go through with this. Now, I have 2 new fanfics, both one-shots. One is The Pain of Eternity by Wanderer D. And if that name is familiar, well, he's written a couple famous stories, including, The Empty Room.
Yep.
Yeah, anyway, in this story, Twilight read a book about Celestia. And poor Celestia, she's had to deal with so many ponies dying and stuff in her life. And then Spike brings up the valid point, you're an alicorn too. And then Twilight,
oh crap,
I don't want to be immortal. And then Twilight walks in. Yeah, so it turns out, Twilight from the future decides to talk. And I can't really talk more about it without
spoiling everything, yeah.
Yeah, but I like this one just because it's, a lot of these immortality fics with Twilight tend to go very negative. Very, very
They focus
negative.
on the sad
part. This one is a lot more positive, and I like it for that.
Yeah.
Also, it's Wanderer D, so he does a really good job.
Yeah. I thought it was a good read. It was a refreshing take on the immortality blues.
Because it doesn't end in an sad note. Thankfully,
it ends on a high note. It ends on a good thing.
Yes. So I say go check it out. It's only
less than 3,000 words.
Yeah, it's 2,500 words.
Yeah, it's a quick read.
Go read it. It's a nice little positive look at the immortality thing with Twilight. And before you say anything, please don't be one of those. Don't be that guy and bring up that Megan McCarthy tweet.
Yes.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
That's just rude. Anyway, my other fic is called Long Distance by Radiant Beam. Yes, and he's sighing because this is,
you are
because
trash.
I cannot help myself.
You can't.
This is a Sunlight fic.
Of course it is.
It's a short one though, so this one is actually just shy of 3,000 words. But this one is about Sunset and Twilight being apart because they're in 2 different worlds. That's why it's long distance. It's a long distance relationship, although it's across 2 different worlds. And I like it. Well, for one, it's because of Sunlight, but 2, it kind of deals with this whole idea. Well, it takes long distance relationship, puts the whole twist on, separated by completely different dimensions thing. And another twist, which is Sunset gets to regularly see the other Twilight. And it's it's hard for Pony Twilight to deal with on a intellectual, an intellectual level she's fine, but on an emotional level she's not fine at all. So I just kind of like that little twist on the one, it's just kind of just dealing with the fact that there is another her running around who's a lot like her, and that kind of the fear of what if Sunset decides to go take the easy path, even though she knows that won't happen. There's still that fear of what if Sunset does take the easy path and just start going for the other me. And it's just having I just like it for that. It's mostly from Twilight's perspective, just her having to deal with this.
I thought it was okay.
Of course she's not.
I mean, it was just okay. Yeah, that's a thing.
It's a shipping fic. About a ship I don't care about.
It's a ship I don't really care about, and it was there. It's not bad. There's nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly readable. It's just okay. I got nothing else to say. It's okay.
I like it just because, it just deals with this whole kind of a new twist on typical relationship troubles when it comes to long-distance relationships. Because, let's be honest, those are kind of hard.
Yeah.
Even
they
a
are
friendship,
difficult.
just a
And
friendship on
adding,
long-distance is hard.
Adding in the whole duplicate people, it would change things a bit.
I just like that because there was actually a similar kind of fic. Well, not the same pairing at all, but it's similar sort of. It's add a whole duplicate thing and how does that affect romance stuff. It's just, it's interesting, I think. If you're not adverse to shipping or you particularly like this, and I'm going to work hard to convert every single person in this fandom to sunlight.
Won't ever work. Not everyone will.
Yeah, I know. Well, those people shall be purged. I mean, no.
Good luck with that one.
But, yeah, I say check it out anyway. Just even if you're not, as long as you're not completely adverse to shipping, go check it out.
Sure. All right.
Anyway, that brings us to the end, and I talked a lot.
You did. You talked a lot.
Yeah, but if you want to hear me talk a lot, and I guess him talk occasionally, you can listen to past and future episodes at pony411.libsyn.com. All the episodes are there, along with iTunes. Search for Pony411, or you could go to, say, Stitcher, on the app or on the website. Search for us, Pony411. You can also find us on YouTube, youtube.com/Pony411. You can also listen to us on Ponyville FM on every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, unless there's not an episode, in which case you're not going to listen to anything except music, which is still good to listen to.
Yes, it is good. Or if there's, technical problems.
Or, technical problems. Yeah, sorry about last week. Things happened.
They're
fixed, though.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
Or you can listen to us, via ponyvillelive.com, because we're part of the network. Our show's listed there. You could find all the episodes that listed. Nice way to do things. If you want to contact us, we're pony411podcast@gmail.com. Email us with comments, criticisms, questions, whatever. Doesn't matter. You can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/pony411. Episode updates do go up there. Or you can, follow us on Twitter. We're at pony411. As a related note, ask FM/pony411. You can ask us questions that way. We'll answer them via Twitter. Or you can, contact us via our personal Twitters. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1. He's at Alca7raz with a 7 and 7T and an underscore at the end.
I promise I'm trying to use it more.
Yeah, he says.
I will respond. I might, actually. I can't guarantee it. But I should respond if you tweet me.
If you tweet him, he will respond.
Most of the time. Unless it's something I don't want to respond to.
Yeah. In which case, he'll ignore you.
In which case, I will ignore you.
Yeah, that's it for this episode. Join us next week. We will be at every Northwest, so things are going to be a bit different. But there should be stuff happening still.
Yeah, we've done it before. We can do it again.
Yeah. So, if you're there, say hi to us. We might find us. Who knows?
Yeah. Tweet us.
We might find you.
We will find you. We will look for you.
We're going to go Liam Neeson on you.
Yep.
And then we'll be taking a break, I believe, on this.
Probably.
Yes. So, until then, though, please pony responsibly, you guys. Bye.